Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
Frida Maya Visuet. So Frida Maya Visuet has taught prenatal yoga since 1975. Her first conscientious baby birth was her inspiration. Her prenatal yoga instructor, doula, and author prepared her before and after this experience. She taught in Mexico, Japan, and they actually made a documentary about the method applied in the birth of her second baby. She's taught in San Diego, California since 1979. And in San Diego, she's one of the few instructors certified by the founder of Extraocular Vision, a method mainly for children 6 to 10 that gives a quantum step in consciousness and reaching their potentiality in academics, arts, sports, and relationships. She's an expert in child development, lactation, and a spiritual guide. She manages a group chat of 100 women in 10 countries who work for Action for Unity for Mankind since 1972. Happily married for the last 35 years, 5 children, 13 grandchildren. A warm, warm welcome to you, Frida. Could you unmute yourself, Frida?
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, to make this possible. I know there is a lot to make it possible, so it's an honor to be here. And I would like to start by saying, what is the importance of prenatal yoga? It has been a wonderful time. I started with Egda Estivalet, which is an author and a wonderful yoga teacher, yoga instructor. She prepared many, many instructors in her life. And my experience with her was wonderful in the Universal Grey Brotherhood, because we are not only teaching women how to prepare themselves with prenatal yoga, which it has many advantages physically. The body becomes very flexible. Also all the benefits that each posture brings, the balance, the emotional balance that we need so much when we are pregnant, and also the wonderful equilibrium that gives you in each posture the benefits, and not only physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but everything that encompasses. And it's not only that, they also taught us how to eat well in a non-violent diet, where either vegetarian or vegan, and how to fast, how to live better in this closer to nature. We always encourage the pregnant women to go to nature, to get in touch with that potentiality that we were, that we have, that we are, and that we have in nature and in the universe. And so going to nature, walking through the ocean, or here in San Diego, or through the mountains if you live in the mountains, or just be with nature, be there, take off your shoes and be there. And also, not only that, but they taught us to take a shower with cold water or natural water, which with a lot of benefits. And if we are not afraid to cold water, we are not afraid to anything. And so many, many benefits of that water when we take a shower and cleanse ourselves at all levels. And also how to talk to the baby, and how to be in peace, in equilibrium with everybody during pregnancy is so important. And this is a time of being so sensitive, but it is also a time where we absorb everything. And so learning, teaching, it was wonderful to do. And it is wonderful to do. It's a time where you are most like a sponge, And I did choose prenatal yoga not only because it was revealed to me as a mission of my first baby, but also because I was not only influenced the mother and the father, I was also influencing the baby that is coming. And with that, I hope to influence more generations to come, because it's just wonderful to see a baby born in a natural settings where there is no medications to the mother, there is no interventions, monitors, and many things that we are using right now. We have to come back to that consciousness where we either come back to the house, back to the home, back to natural childbirth, or at least to birth centers where they don't use all of that interventions and they let the women be free, where the women are supported by a doula, which is another woman, and also by her partner. And she is walking and doing positions that help her, or laying down sometimes to relax, but then getting up again and doing positions that will help the birthing. And laying down is not one of them, especially when it's time to birth, is very in a vertical positions. And in every culture, in our ancestors, that's how we gave a birth, in nature, and very upright positions. Now, if many times people tell me, "Oh, I am afraid to go to be at home, to have my first baby at home," but what I have seen in the hospitals, or if they have seen what I have seen in the hospitals, they will say, "I am afraid to go to the hospitals. I better stay home and have my baby." But of course, that might sound a little bit radical, but there should be somewhere some balance, something where we come back to that. In any way, being pregnant is just a wonderful time, miracle time. Something marvelous is happening in the body. So having that experience and being that balance, being that happy, surrounding yourself. I think we all in everyday life need to surround ourselves by happy people, and surround ourselves not only by happy people, but many times, even if people or situations or anything around us happen, just keeping our peace is important. And so it's important to not only balance ourselves, but being in balance, keeping our content, our inner peace always, wherever we are with people or wherever we are, the situation is outside. Even if there is chaos, it's important to keep our balance. And so it's but so during pregnancy, we need to keep that balance, that inner peace, that inner happiness at all times. And that way the baby will be a lot better, in a better place where we are like that, seeing beautiful things, not hearing all these bad news or things like that, but seeing just beautiful things everywhere, at home or outside or in nature. The nature is the most beautiful thing to see. But he's seeing the God and Goddess in every human being, and seeing such a wonderful world we have. And when we are seeing that world, then we are the eyes of our babies. We are the ears of our babies. We are the communication between the world and our babies. So seeing that is so important to pass through our babies so they are beautifully born. Once we have this mother prepare for birth, it's important not only to prepare her for birth, but prepare her also for after birth. When we have like the baby, once we have that baby, having this baby together with us all the time is important. And not only that, but breastfeed right away. Once you have that baby and you breastfeed, your uterus contracts, and it's so helpful for the process of the placenta coming out and all of that. So as soon as the baby is born, put it to your breast. Make sure that during pregnancy you are um, preparing yourself. Go to lactation classes before you during pregnancy. During the pregnancy, prepare as much as possible for that baby. Um, so when you put your baby at your breast, and uh, I won't teach you how to do it, but I will teach you that, or I will tell you that there are so many benefits. At the beginning, it seems like there is no milk, but there is the colostrum, the first milk, which is very, very beneficial for the baby, incredible beneficial. It's like a tablespoon after the baby's feeding, and you have to keep that baby awake and massage their feet while they are eating, and keep them eating that colostrum, because that colostrum is like a put a magic cover in their systems where nothing will happen to them if in their digestive system, and everything is so comforting also emotionally after being through the hard work of birth. And then also it is the milk is something else. It's incredible. The milk has so many beneficials to the baby. The milk goes exactly what the baby needs as it grows, and every time the baby puts the mouth in the breast, it looks like magic, but the breast somehow sends the brain a message to the brain to what vitamins and what minerals to produce for that baby. So it's important to know that the time for breastfeeding will go on as long as the baby should decide when to stop breastfeeding, not the mother. Why? Because the baby will grow, and if they are so happy, they will get independent, and eventually they will win out. But while the baby is growing, and I know this is controversial, but it is 1 or 2 or 3 years or more. But as the child will grow, the milk will change. And then many times when you have another baby or you get pregnant with another baby, you can keep on breastfeeding. And then eventually the milk will change flavors, and maybe that baby won't want anymore. And then you breastfeed the other baby. But the benefits of breastfeeding goes a long way. They are a lot more intelligent because they stimulate the brain in a different way. They are prettier. When I was growing up, I heard grandmothers that babies that are breastfed are prettier, and I say, why? Well, because they do so much exercise with their cheeks that they get so pretty, and the muscles are different. They are very strong, very not only intelligent and strong and prettier, but they prevent so many sickness. Um, they while they are breastfeeding, they are getting the best, even if the mother is not eating the wonderful food that they should be eating while they are breastfeeding. Still, it is better than any formula. The cow's milk doesn't compare any milk, soy milk, almond milk. Nothing will compare to the mother's milk. And if the mother goes to work, pump, do whatever you have to do, but keep on breastfeeding as much as you can. And it's important that you learn how to do it from the very beginning. So then there is also lactation consultants everywhere, or persons or doulas or persons who have already experience on how to do it. So learn from them, because it should be a wonderful experience from the start if you know how. And make sure that all the time you're breastfeeding, also keep on that state of happiness, that state of peace, that state of inner peace that will bring it to your baby. Sing to the baby during pregnancy, during breastfeeding stages. Massage your baby. I teach also the parents how to massage their babies. And in my career, I have learned so many things from so many wonderful people. With Deepak Chopra, I took the Magical Beginnings, Enchanted Lives course, and I am one of the instructors there. And so it is wonderful. It has been a wonderful journey for me to be working with mothers, fathers, and newborns, and then later on how to the child development, take as much as possible on how the child develops, and so you understand the stages that the child goes through, so we have a better children, reminding them how powerful, how wonderful they are, how beautiful their mind develops, in the also extraocular vision. It is wonderful to have that experience because it has been a wonderful experience to see how babies, when we come out of the universe and so innocent and so pure, and how we remember, and then little by little we forget. But then this extraocular vision system reminds them of that, and then it is a quantum leap in the experience. And I can talk forever and ever as is. So whenever is my time, let me know. But it has been a wonderful experience working with women and families and children, that I have so much to share, and to encourage women wherever they are, in whatever part of the world, if they can prepare themselves first for conception, conceiving that baby, if they can start eating right, if they can start being in peace, if they, both of the parents, and being the most wonderful place to conceive that baby first. And then after conceiving that baby, surrounding themselves with most happiness. And wherever they are, many times they say, oh, babies are too expensive. But reality is babies are as expensive as as you want them to be. Babies are not expensive. Babies are wonderful, wonderful things. And we need more babies. Our gurus in um, always encourage us to have big families because we need people with higher consciousness. We need people that will, we need all these people to in this Aquarius area that is here. And so we need these candies with all of these people that we need. So the people that are conscious, I hope you have a lot of babies and a lot of grandchildren too. And we can keep, if we fill the planet with this consciousness, will be wonderful.
Thank